Hey guys, Yulia here. So today I'm finally going to finish up planting my bulbs. I was going to do that earlier in the week, but our weather turned so cold. I mean, it's still really cold today, but being outside yesterday and the day before yesterday was not even an option. So I am enjoying this high 30s, I would say. So anyway, let me show you the spots where I'll be planting everything. So this is the area where I will be planting my tulips. And I will be planting them in groupings of 20 to 15. That's what I did last year. And the color scheme that I'm going for in this spot is pinks and purples. That's what I tried to do last year as well, but half of my tulips were mislabeled. I don't know if you guys saw the spring tour of this area. I think it was back in May. Instead of pinks and purples that I was expecting, a lot of the tulips were orange and reds, and they were beautiful, no question about it, but definitely not what I was expecting. But I loved how all these different colors of tulips and lots of color kind of merged with this viburnum that I have in the background here. Obviously it's not blooming right now, but when it's blooming, it's just this cloud of white flowers. So let me lay out the bulbs, and I'm going to talk about the tools that I use to plant in this area. You're trying to help me. You're so sweet. You're so sweet. So he's always trying to help. So sweet. It's okay. So here's some of my tulips. I actually have some more that I'm planting in the sidewalk border, but for this spot I ordered most of my tulips back in the summer because I wanted to try different varieties, new varieties to me, and a lot of times by this time of the year those varieties are gone. But then I went to the big box stores and I saw lots of sales. There are a lot of sales right now of anywhere from 50% to 75% off, and also online there are sales anywhere from 40 to 50% off. I will post all of those places in the description down below. So if your ground is still not frozen, or if you don't have snow on the ground, you still can plant bulbs. In fact, in my zone 6, northern New Jersey, I plant bulbs until the end of December. That's when our ground freezes. Okay, let's lay these out. Lay these out, yeah. Oh, what a good job. What a good job. All right, as I'm laying these out, I just wanted to show you something. See these moldy tulips right here? So when the box came in from one of the orders, it was raining that day and the box just got completely soaked and I wasn't home for hours. And see what happened? I don't think I will be planting these. Fortunately, it was only one bag that got really moldy. There are some moldy tulip bulbs here and there, but most of them are okay. But you know, it's nobody's fault. Things happen in gardening. It's all weather's fault. All right, the wind is starting to pick up, you guys. But I wanted to show you some of the tools that I use to plant my bulbs. And my go-to tool is usually a shovel like this. This is a floral shovel. It's smaller than your regular shovel, but it's sufficient to plant small groupings of tulips. And this spot right here, I just dug up my dahlias here last week. The soil here is amazing. It's beautiful, rich, crumbly, dark soil because I have been working on this for so long, adding organic matter. It is like butter. It's so easy to dig. So just a little shovel will do the work. Now my next tool, if the ground is a little bit harder, I use Pro Plugger. You guys know I love my Pro Plugger. I planted thousands of bulbs with this thing. And if it's rocky or a little bit harder soil, this is the way to go for me, at least in my area. Last go-to tool for bulb planting is an auger. It's just so happened that we have a lot of rocks in our area, and if an auger hits a rock, it twists my wrists a lot. So it is not the best tool, at least in our area. Okay, so let me start planting these tulips here, and then I'm going to move on and plant alliums in an existing perennial bed. And I'm going to use a pro plugger for that because there's nothing growing around here. Shovel is great, but if you need to be a little bit more precise with planting bulbs, pro plugger is definitely better. Okay, now I'm going to plant some alliums here in this border. This is the border that leads to our kitchen door. And I do have a lot of alliums here already. I have a Purple Sensation, a Globe Master, His Excellency. And I'm going to add about 20 more. They are so beautiful. And I do have salvias here that bloom in May. I think it's just going to be such a gorgeous combination. And then I'm going to plant about 80 Queen of the Night tulips right here under our Kwanzaa cherry, because that combination of the Kwanzaa cherry petals falling in May with the dark color of Queen of Night tulips is just so magical. It's classic for me. So I'm going to use a pro plugger for that because there's tons of perennials and I have to be a little bit more strategic as to where I dig. Tulips are planted and I just have to put the soil back into the holes. But what I wanted to show you is a very cool trick. So I don't know if you can see these 2 stalks of lilies. So I have about 15 lilies here that bloom in the summer. And what I do is I plant some Chionodoxa bulbs right around them because I dig a lot here in the spring. I plant elephant ears, other tropicals in this area, and I don't want to dig up the lily bulbs. So I need to know where they are. And Chionodoxas bloom early in the spring, and I will know exactly where the lilies are. So all I do, because these are small bulbs, I need this little trowel here. I plant about 15 around the lilies. And it kind of works both ways. In the spring, I will know where the lilies are. And in the fall, because of the stalks, I will know where the Chionodoxas are. So I will not dig in this area and disturb the bulbs. I just wanted to show you the front of our house real quick. I know it looks like bare soil right now, but this is the spot where I already have tons of daffodils. And this is where we struggle with deer pressure a lot. So I only plant daffodils here. But I decided to add some new varieties this year. I think I planted about 200 more in this bed right here. And also, I don't know if you guys remember those spaces flanking the sidewalk. I had daffodils here for a couple of years, but because I've been planting here a lot, planting annuals, I dug up a lot of daffodil bulbs, so I decided to freshen it up this fall, and I added some more pink charm and Sir Winston Churchill. I think it's going to be so gorgeous. This whole spot right here, full of daffodils. All right, guys, all the bulbs are planted now, and I think it's going to be gorgeous in the spring. I will definitely keep you updated, and we'll give you garden tours of these areas then. But thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something new, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.